So these are super squishy though. That's probably the most unique characteristic about them is that compression that they've got going on, the squish factor. Good day, my foam shoe friends. We have one more that we're gonna open for the day. Forewarning, I am sick, so forgive any sort of lack of quality in this video. I've had the Fauci virus for the past week. And I'm finally at a point to where I can function like halfway, so I'm trying to bang these videos out. So if this video seems a little garbage, my apologies. I'm not running on all cylinders. So we've got the Umei. What's this thing called? It is the Umei is the brand. This is the Moonwalker slides, and I got them in mandarin orange. So enough looking at the box. Let me open it up for you guys. I probably already lost half of my audience. Let's get her open, and then I'll read the sales pitch on it. A viewer had requested these, and I got them for like $79. I think they retail for like $80 or something. And then when I went to buy them, I always try to find things on eBay first because sometimes you can find good sales, and they were listed on eBay for like $140, and I was like, no way, Jose. And then I went on the actual Umei website, and they were a lot cheaper. They were like $85 or something like that. What's that say? $86 retail. And then when I went to check out, they were still doing a New Year's sale, so that took like another $12 off or something like that. So I got them with like 70 something. I'll list the prices on screen. So that was a much more affordable price. I wasn't going to spend $140 on a pair of slides, even though they're 3D printed, which is pretty cool. Still, there's a reason I don't own 3D printed slides until now, because they were really expensive. All right, but yeah, a viewer had requested these and said that there weren't any videos on them, so I thought, hey, I love doing slide videos where there's no competition. This is cool. It came with a little bag. Nice. I like it. It's just a canvas bag, but it's a quality canvas bag. Awesome. Good job, Umei. All right, they've got quite a few colorways in these. I was impressed by the amount of color options that they had. And I like my orange, so I went with the mandarin orange. These are cool looking. These are awesome looking. Oh, and they're squishy. They are so squishy. All right, let me put this bag down. Hang on. Let me zoom up a little. Oh, that's actually not a bad. Well, maybe just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. Wow, these feel weird. These feel cool. There's so much compression to them. It's kind of feeling, it's a little rubbery, the material, which is understandable. When you've got this kind of a lattice structure, they probably have to go with more of a rubbery-based EVA or rubbery-based foam in order to just maintain some structural integrity. Let me try to get this sticker off real quick because it's messing with the aesthetics. But they are made in China, as you can see, for my Chinese friends. All right. Oh, there's one on that too. Hang on. I'll take this off too and we'll edit this out. Okay, back to it. We got the stickers off the sole there. So let's get a nice look at these. Just because they are impressive, man. Those are impressive. I'm digging that that 3D print, that lattice. Try to keep it in focus. There we go. And just kind of give you guys a roundabout view at them. The general form is pretty standard in terms of like a slide form, you know. They don't seem too outrageous in terms of their general form. It's just the way that they're made is very different. So I went with the 11s. It said to downsize on the website. And it's all the same lattice structure, like even on the bottom, we don't have like an outsole. Looks like there's a ridge line right here, a seam, which is interesting. I wonder if they have to stamp in the sizing. That's probably what's going on. They're like 3D printed and then they're like, it's just stamped where the sizing is. But they look pretty sweet. I like that effect where you can like see through them as you turn them around. That's pretty cool. And then it's a little flatter on the insole. It gives it a little more of a footbed. It's not the same type of lattice structure on the top as it is on the footbed. So we've got there's a little flatter there on the footbed, but it still goes all the way through. You can see the light shining through on the insole there. So it looks like we got a little, got some ergos going on, a little bit of ergo. We've got a little side arch support here. There's a little bit of a bubble here on the heel too, I notice. It's not very inset. We don't have much of a heel cup. And then the ergos are pretty shallow. It's not too dramatic, I guess you could say, on the insole there. We've got a toe groove up top here. You can kind of see where there's the line right there for the toe groove. But yeah, they're pretty standard as far as their form. Aside from being 3D printed, they're pretty cool. They look pretty good. All right, and then we got the logo on the side too. So I think that's all I have to show in hand. They are pretty fancy. Pretty fancy. They feel very squishy. I'm curious how they're gonna feel on foot. So let's find out. Real quick, worth pointing out, is kind of this, I don't know, the edges. We've got like a nice rounded edge on the back here, going around the heel, up top. And then on the front too, it's kind of sealed off. We've got like a nice rounded edge here where the toe opening is. I just noticed. Thought I would point that out. It's just something that is a little different from the rest of the lattice structure. Having that, it's almost like a harder, especially where the toe is, this feels like a little bit of a harder component, you could say. You can really feel the rubber aspect of it, and it's rather hard here on the toe, just around this part here. This is a little softer, it flexes a little more, but just something worth pointing out. Okay. Let me read the sales pitch real quick. I don't think I did that yet. I usually do that while they're in hand. These are the men's Moonwalker slides. For a true to size fit, we recommend sizing down. Umei 3D printed shoes. Moonwalker slides feature active recovery. Our construction offers all-day recovery so you can move longer and feel better. 360-degree breathability. Unique open lattice structure provides cooling ventilation from all angles. Adaptable support, shifting support with each step. Waterproof, perfect for beach days and easy cleaning. Whisper quiet. Our shock-absorbing material allows you to move in silence. So if you want to be a ninja, these are ninja slides. but they've got quite a few colorways. I was impressed with the colors. They've got a really nice green, a bud green color I almost got. There's a nice gray color too. It's stone gray, which is pretty cool. I'll add some footage of this stuff. Scroll it on screen real quick while I'm reading all this off so you can take a look at all the other colorways. But yeah, they've got some nice color options, which is good. All right, let's throw them on foot. Throw them on foot. How's our lighting? Let me bring this over a little bit. There we go. Okay. So they do look a little smaller, but I think they're gonna be okay. These are just huge. These are chunky monkeys. These are the, if you haven't already, check out the video on these. These are the Pumas, Puma Nitro something. These are pretty cool. These are pretty Yeezy-esque slides. If you're looking for a Yeezy slide, these are pretty cool. So enough of that. We'll slide into these Umis, these Moonwalkers. Okay. Pretty soft underfoot. They're a little casual fitting. They're a little loose as far as the top strap goes. These are very squishy. All right, they just kind of want to crumble underfoot almost. All right, let me get the other one on. Okay, so these are very soft on foot. Just that compression going on with the lattice structure. They are kind of caving in underfoot, it feels. It's just a different kind of compression. It's a little more of a dramatic compression, you could say, as opposed to like just a standard foam. There's a lot of compression going on. So, and there's a lot of, I've got a lot of space between the top strap and where my foot is. You can kind of see how loose fitting these are. Like I can get a finger in there. I can get a hand in there. So something to keep in mind. These are extremely casual. I don't know if they would shrink in the heat to be a little more of a sporty fit, but right now these are an extremely casually fitting slide, if that's what you're after. So they feel very unique underfoot. I don't want to say it's weird, but just the compression situation is very unique. It's pretty comfortable though. I have to give them that much. They're pretty comfy. I really like how they look. I really like that lattice structure. It's very unique. So these are definitely a very different option, different offering. So, I mean, the price isn't terrible. Like I said, I got them in the 70s, I think. So for a 3D printed slide in the $70 range, that's not terrible. Because a lot of the other 3D printed options out there, I know Asics has a 3D printed slide, and I think Adidas has a 3D printed shoe. They've got a couple different 3D printed options. I never liked the look of the Adidas ones because of the color. It looked like a brick of ramen for the midsole on the shoes, and then like the full lattice 3D printed shoe from Adidas. They're all right, but I don't know. It's still that weird like ramen color or something. So they just look like noodle shoes to me. So and they were kind of expensive too, and I don't know. They had a sale going on at one point, but I didn't get to it in time, and my size got sold out. But anyways, I digress. There's a couple other 3D printed options on the market, but a lot of them are a lot more expensive than these. So if you're looking for a 3D printed slide, this is probably your cheapest option. So just as far as the ergos on foot, like stepping down, it's got some decent ergos. It's really kind of cradling my foot well, like the ball of the foot is well cradled. The toes feel well cradled. I've got a halfway decent arch support, but the compression on the heel feels a little too much compared to the rest of the shoe. And that's just me kind of putting my own weight into it. So that's one of my issues with the Yeezy Slide 2 is the heel compresses more than the rest of the foot, and it causes me to tilt back a little bit. These are a lot flatter than the Yeezy Slide. Like I can feel the ground right here, just compressing, putting all my weight on it. It's boom ground, boom ground. So that might be one of the negatives about this shoe. If you put your full weight onto it, it's just boom ground because of the amount of compression going on with the lattice. So they might have been able to go a little bit thicker with the heel, but I don't know. Maybe let's walk and we'll see how the compression is on foot walking. So, but I think they could have went a little thicker with the whole structure. It might have helped a little bit. That way your foot's not just hitting the ground. Hitting the ground running. So they're very casual. The fit is super casual. Like they're kind of just slippers. You can just slide them right off. But they slide right on just as easily. And they're not too bad walking. I'm not hitting the ground as much as I was just standing. It seems like it's a little more balanced of a compression, but just with how loose they are, I'm kind of having to hold on to them a little bit with my toes. So I'm wondering if I could have went down another size. I don't know though, because these are okay. Like as far as length goes, toe to heel, I've still got a little bit of space. Still got a little bit of wiggle room, but just in terms of like how loose fitting this top strap is, you know, I'm wondering if it would have fit a little tighter had I gone down another size. So I don't know. These are definitely very unique. If you're in a really, really hot climate, these would probably be very nice. Just the amount of breathability with that lattice structure, you know. But underfoot, they've got a lot of compression going on, but it's just not super thick. So like whatever material is there, it's being compressed as I walk. So they're not bad though, like they're not uncomfortable. They leave a little to be desired. Like I feel like they should be just a little thicker, because I'm experiencing the max compression rate with these. So you might run into issues if you were a big and tall individual. These might compress too much if you've got a lot of weight. Nothing offensive. I just noticed that I weigh about 170 pounds, and as I walk, like I'm kind of maxing out the compression rate on them. So if I would say you're like two of me, then these might compress too much for you. But you can kind of see it. So let me get the down low angle of it, and I'll show you kind of the compression that's happening with the structure. All right, forgive my disheveled look. Like I said, I've been sick for the past week. So it's feeling a little bit better today though. Feeling good enough that I can try to do these videos, semi-functional. All right, so you can see the compression rate with the heel. It completely kind of compresses down. And same thing with the front where the ball is. There's a lot of compression going on. So it's not terrible. Like I said, with my weight, it's manageable, but it's a lot more substantial and significant than I was anticipating. I thought they would hold up a little more underfoot, but they're not terrible though. It's just a lot going on with the compression. But they're pretty squishy though. Like if you're after like a really squishy slide, and you want something that's more casually fitting, I guess that these are probably a good option for you. I wouldn't want to run in these at all though. They would just slide right off. And two, like with the full weight of a run on it, your feet would be slapping the ground. I don't think these would hold up. They wouldn't provide enough of a impact support if you had to like kind of run on them. They would probably fall off your feet too. But they're definitely different. They're kind of cool. They're kind of unique. I'm gonna keep them just because I don't have anything 3D printed. So they will be a good addition to the collection of slides that I don't need. But these definitely are not probably going to be in my top 5. Maybe the top 10, but not the top 5. I was holding out on making that video until these came because I was very optimistic about these. I thought they would be really, really good. And they're not bad. They're just, they're not as good as I was hoping they would be. So, excuse me. But they're all right. They're all right. A good hot weather option. I'm wondering if they would shrink up at all in the heat, but probably not, with them being more of a rubbery based foam. I'm not even sure if these are EVA at all. They might just be like a rubber, like a 3D printed rubber, this lattice structure. So, but they're kind of cool though. They're kind of cool. I'm digging them. They definitely have a very unique walking characteristic to them, just with all of that compression going on. So it's definitely would be a good beach option, because the sand would just kind of like trickle through them almost. You wouldn't get sand built up in your slide at all. So these are definitely probably like a good beach going option too. Like also with any water, because it would just go right through the lattice structure. And it's a tight enough of a weave. I don't think you would have to worry about like sticks impaling your foot at all. And as I pointed out when they were in hand, that the insole is a little flatter, provides a little more of a coverage than the rest of the lattice structure. It's not like as open on the insole as it is like on the side and on the top. So these are super squishy though. That's probably the most unique characteristic about them, is that compression that they've got going on, the squish factor. So they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I can't really say anything negative about them, other than like I wish they were a little thicker. I wish there was a little more material there underfoot. But they are what they are, and they would probably be more expensive if they had like another 1/4 inch to the midsole. That would be a lot more 3D printing going on. So for this, for the price point of these for 3D printed slide for in the 70s, that's not too bad. Not too bad. I would say the quality is, you get what you pay for. I'm sure some of the other ones that are like $200 and $300, those 3D printed options are probably a little nicer than these, but for the price point, these aren't too bad. So if you're thinking about getting them, I think they're all right. I don't really have much negative to say about them. I wish the top slide was a little tighter, but they might just fit other feet better. My feet might be a little narrow for them. They do have a good width to them. So if your feet are a little wider, they might fit you a little bit better. They might hold on to your foot a little bit better, I should say. They might have a little sportier of a fit if your feet are a little wider. But yeah, they're not bad. They're not bad. I dig them. So I think that's all I have to say about these. I don't know how long this video is already. We can probably wrap it up. I think I've said all that I need to say about them. So they're pretty comfy. They're pretty comfy. Nice hot weather option. If you've got issues with your feet sweating with the foam slides being too like stuffy or anything, too sweaty, these are probably a good option for you. So they're pretty comfy. I can see these growing on me the more I wear them too. So I dig them. They're pretty cool. Very unique, very different. So, all right. All right, that's gonna do it for the Umei Moonwalker slides. They also have a mule, I just noticed, like a closed toe version of this 3D printed slide. So it would be more of a, yeah, like a mule shoe type deal. And they're not too much more expensive. I think they're only like another like $10 or something, or $5 over top of the price of the slide. So if you're wanting something that has a closed toe to it, that could be an option for you as well. But these aren't too bad. They're different. I like them. I dig them. I don't know how long that sale is going on. I mentioned when I got them, they had a New Year's sale still going on, and it's almost April right now, so I can't imagine that that's going to be going on too much longer. But if you want to get them, maybe try to get them while that New Year's sale is still going on. It'll save you a few bucks. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to keep the channel growing, and I'll keep trying to make these videos. Moving forward, my income situation is in dire straits right now. My place I work for is doing layoffs, and I am part of that layoff group, so I have to start looking for a new job, unfortunately. So there might not be a whole lot of content coming out moving forward, but please don't unsubscribe. I will get back to it once my income stabilizes again. So until then, I will probably try to do like some comparing videos, and like I'll do a top 5 video also. So I'll still continue to try to keep making content. It might just be a little bit before I've got like some new unboxing videos coming out on the channel. So yeah, I appreciate everybody. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.